I know I can't be the only one that dances to that intro
I
song.
do. I normally do.
All right. Well, welcome back to another exciting episode of Branding Banter, your promo podcast where you can get all that nerdy news. My name is Jeff Franklin, National Accounts Manager with Headwear USA.
Meg Gerber, Director of Sales of Performa.
Stephen McFadden with TSC.
Sarah Goshgarian-Unruh, National Sales Manager at Stalls.
Awesome. We've got a really fun and exciting episode for you guys today. We're going to talk content creator merch, but before we get into that, we're going to tell you guys or talk to you guys just briefly about how you all are going. How is everybody? Sarah, obviously you've got a different background every time we have you on.
I'm home. It feels so good to be home. It's great.
Yeah.
What about you, Stephen? Where are you?
For some reason.
I am home as well. I got home at 2 a.m. So I flew back from California. I was there from Sunday through Thursday. Had a old delayed flight. So instead of 8 o'clock, it was 2. So.
Well, Stephen, you've recorded from home before, but we've never seen this background. Are you bedroom Stephen today, or what is this?
No. This is a green room. I've got the fun background wall that I did. Got a few rooms in the house with some cool backgrounds. So
yeah. Cool.
I was like, I'll take it. It was so noisy downstairs because of the cicadas. I don't know. Are you guys getting those where you are?
No.
Like you can hear them like through the windows. It sounds like yard equipment going.
We had a lot of cicadas last year, I think. I don't know if we're due to get any again this year or not, but it's still a little early, I think, for us.
Yeah, I was gonna do it from the porch, and no,
super loud.
No, it was loud. Yeah.
And Meg.
Real quick, I was at NALC this week. Last week, I guess, when this aired. What an incredible experience! It was my first time ever attending. I was blown away by the caliber of the speakers, the industry rock stars they brought in. I learned so much. Like, I'm still just reeling with all the information, like taking notes the entire time, like it was like my first day at school. I don't want to take up the whole. Well, it's already taken up. So, but I recommend going if you haven't. But,
I said the blinking pink light. You don't want to take up the whole blink. All right. Well, let's launch into the topic. And like I said, we're going over content creator merch this week. And so do we want to define what content creator merch is before we, actually talk about the topic, before we get into any of the nerdy news and all that good stuff?
Sure. Go ahead.
Sure. Go ahead. I didn't say I was going to be the one to define.
Well, maybe I can help with this because it's funny, like the term content creator is becoming such a widely used term, and in fact there is some really interesting data that I found, and I'll just go ahead and kick it off. How many people do you think between the age of 18 and 24 years old identifies themselves as a content creator?
I would say probably 95% of them, because if they're on social media, they're technically creating content.
30% between 18 and 24 say they're a content creator. 40% between 25 and 34. So it's literally anyone that is creating anything for digital at any kind of frequency. They're considering themselves a content.
Interesting. What is there like a number, not just a percentage, like a grand total on that?
In revenue, there is.
I couldn't find that.
They talk about there's 5 levels of content creator. There's recreational, semi-pro, pro, expert plus, and they define that with by the number of followers. So like 0 to 1,000, there's 23 million people that fall into that recreational category. 1,000 to 10,000, 139 million. So they're in semi-pro. 10K to 100K, 41 million. And then it goes up to 100K to 1 million, 2 million people. And then there's 1 million plus and above. There's another 2 million people. So there's 35,000 YouTubers that have over 1 million subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah.
And actually, I was kind of comparing the different platforms and like what makes one unique. Because if you look at the YouTube versus TikTok model, they're identical in so many ways, but they're so different for different things. So let's just talk about YouTube then real quick. So some of the pros. The monetization opportunities are much more because the different revenue streams such as AdSense, channel membership, super chat, and they share YouTube premium revenue. These been much more lucrative and structured than any other platform. And I think the biggest pro to YouTube is the time allotted. This allows people to, if they have a cooking show or if they're doing like a how-to tutorial, TikTok as the opposite side of that used to be very short. It was like Vine, so it was like 7 seconds, and it's 15 seconds, 30. I think some content creators have up to 10 minutes, maybe. I don't know. I know it's a lot. So those are two of, I thought, like the biggest pros for YouTube. And then when I was doing my research, I came across Perfect Dude. Have you guys heard of them?
You mean Dude
Perfect?
Dude Perfect. Sorry.
It's okay.
I messed that up. Dude Perfect. Yeah. So they have 60.2 million subscribers. They're famous for like doing like sports tricks and wide range of, sports entertainment, but they're really funny. I was actually watching a video of theirs today, and I was just like cracking up in the background. They were hilarious. Their merch, they have everything too. Do you guys want to take some guesses on what their merch is going for?
I don't know. Are we launching into the quiz?
Well, I figured we could talk about the YouTube quiz. I still have a TikTok quiz later.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Like how much an item goes for, or like
You gonna give us a
revenue?
piece and then we guess the price, or?
Yes, I'm going to give you the piece and you guess
All
the
right.
price. Okay, so I'm going to even give you a brand name because I know you guys know what these cost before they're made too. How about a Flex Fit snapback hat for a content creator that has 60 million subscribers?
Is it a patch or embroidery or print?
And I think it was embroidery.
$50.
Yeah, I was going to say $45.
712.
Close. $34.99.
Okay.
All right.
It's actually
Okay.
pretty fair.
Yeah, I instantly went higher from my guess. So
Yeah.
okay.
How about a black mini football? Probably not as small as those little mini ones that used to have Jetline, but probably something from like Galaxy Balloons. Maybe like a 6 or 7 inch versus.
But it's still like a cheap plastic one, or is it
$19.99?
Clip.
Is it? Hold on. Is it like a cheap plastic one? Or
I mean, it looks a little bit more high end than like the cheap
like Nerf?
plastic ones. Yeah, I couldn't tell. Just go with it. Black mini football. TikTok. Going.
I'll go $15.
Steven.
$1.
I was surprised by this one. This one was $39.99 actually.
Oh.
Look, that sounds more like a
I thought you guys went over.
Yeah, no, I think that was a little overpriced. All right, 2 more real quick. Limited edition T-shirt from the $60 million subscriber content creator.
40.
Jeff.
It's a limited edition T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Front and back imprint, just one imprint, left chest.
Don't get too crazy, just front.
Just front. Well, it's selling the hat for $35, so I'll go 40.
And Steven?
$44.99.
So I'm gonna give my personal 2 cents on this. I think they did this one wrong. I have to, because I've sold limited edition T-shirts. I've sold them for $100, and people didn't blink an eye on these. They're only charging $29.99 for this, which to me, I feel like they definitely could have made a lot more money on that. Their other T-shirts range from $26.99 to $34.99. And last but not least, a legacy brand tie-dye hoodie.
Legacy brand. I'm gonna go $65.
Sarah.
I was gonna say like $59.99.
$69.99.
So Sarah was the closest. You guys all went over, but it was $55.99.
Wow, they got lost.
So,
yeah.
I think overall, I wasn't overly like blown away by the markups. I think they were pretty fair when it comes to retail. I know we're running out of time here, so some of the cons that have to go with YouTube, it's high competition, the algorithm dependency, and then a stringent of content policies. Len,
What do you
wanna talk-
guys use YouTube for? Sorry, I'm gonna just
No,
jump
it's
in and
okay.
be like,
So
when you guys go to YouTube, what do you look at on YouTube?
podcast. That's it.
An assortment of things. Typically, what the algorithm feeds me.
Okay.
And I don't actually go to
Steven?
YouTube to scroll.
Okay.
I
That
don't.
was,
I
yeah.
go there with a purpose. Do you go there with a purpose, or do you scroll, Jeff?
I mean,
Both.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
It depends.
In the past week, it's been me watching reaction videos of the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar dispute.
Okay.
Prior to that, it would either be streamers or if I need to know how to do something.
Yeah, like how-tos.
I
Like how-to
usually-
videos is where, yeah.
I usually just go to the Branding Banter YouTube page and look at myself there. So
Right?
Oh, vain
Everything you need to know how to do is just on there. So
Everything.
I will say my daughter, the kids are obsessed with YouTube, watching them, other people, influencers, content creators play video games. And then
Yeah.
there's a big one like the Acmel one. I'm like, how do you even pronounce that or write that out? It's not how it sounds. She's like in love with this creator, and then she's like knows her whole life story, and she's got merch. I know because we have some. The toys, the clothes, the dolls. It's insane. So
what is this person's name?
Asmel. It's a girl that plays Minecraft, and she's got purple hair. And it was like it was a big thing, very big in the world of my 8-year-old. So anyway, so I like comparing YouTube to TikTok because you guys said you scroll more and you don't have TikTok, Jeff. So that's interesting. Like a lot of times, if I'm looking for a recipe or something, I go to TikTok first because it's easily ingestible. Quicker, and I don't have to sit around for like a 30-minute show or a 30-minute how-to. But if I'm like trying to fix something in my car, I'm going to go to YouTube. It's going to be a little bit more detailed. But so TikTok, I chose Charlie D'Amelio. I know we used her in the past. She's probably the biggest content creator on TikTok, if not one of the biggest. She has 154.1 million followers. Her videos have 11.6 billion likes. Like, and not only does she have TikTok following, she has a huge store where she's selling like custom shoes and perfume. They have the Dunkin' collab. She's got a reality show called the D'Amelio Show. So aside from all that, and she's got a ton of merch. So what are some of the pros and cons? I don't want to take up the whole time. Do you guys want to talk about pros and cons to TikTok? Because there might even be a TikTok soon. I mean, the way things are looking. So I don't know what these people are going to do.
10 minutes into the topic, Meg is actually finally going to allow us to talk. Is that how this is? Now we've talked about Charlie D'Amelio before with the Duncan thing, and yeah, so huge content creator. Obviously, I think TikTok's number one, or she's definitely up in the top 5 or something, I believe, right? Yeah, and just to backtrack just a little bit, if you're looking for the best short form entertainment, that would be the gram. You got to go to Instagram for that. They've got really funny reels.
Funny
I feel like I go
stuff.
back and forth between both. And so like I know my husband and I will send each other like reels, more so because he's on Instagram as opposed to being on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm learning the TikTok like shop platform, but we have so many customers that are on TikTok. It's unbelievable. There's a woman who created a butter shirt, and it's literally like this, like that was a Stalls product that she used. And then all of these other creators, like, copycats have come out afterwards, but there are so many of our customers that their business is run on TikTok shops. And they literally, like, they've had something go viral and they're making ridiculous amount of money off of their merch in a really short period of time. So it's just a matter of like catching the wave of it becoming like a viral trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I will just say, if you're a contributor to society, just stay off of TikTok.
No,
So don't even try to. Sarah, don't even try to learn it. It's all good.
It's hard. It's not
Meg,
easy, and I get frustrated, and then I'm like, fine, I'll come back to this later. So,
Meg, you had mentioned 2 really successful content creators, but I also want to point out that you don't have to be, a mega million follower kind of content creator to actually still be able to sell merch and do it successfully. I mean, just look at what, even not to, I guess, not to belittle something like promo cares, but I mean, you guys have done similar stuff with, just through promo cares, because you have a decent audience that's passionate about what you're talking about. And when you create something, especially more on the short run of things, the exclusive stuff, you can really, tend to, be able to sell some nice merchandise that way, whether it's for a benefit of a cause, or if it's, for your own profit, either way. But I know we're starting to run short on time. Steven, I know you've got some nerdy news for us when it comes to content creators. Do we want to launch into that now?
Yeah, I can go through it real quickly. Basically, there was a study done looking at the top products that are sold by content creators on their merch stores. And no surprise, 90% was t-shirts as the top piece, followed by hoodies at 76%. Third place are caps, followed by fourth, which were stickers. Socks was number 5. Water bottles, pins, backpacks, and posters. Those were the top categories of products sold on merch stores. Looking at the top, I think it was 50 or 100 merch stores by subscriber accounts in all of YouTube.
Yeah, I'm surprised because it's like a walking advertisement, right? Like that's essentially what they're doing, is creating a walking advertisement for their brand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at how much stickers I feel like have sort of, I don't know if it's come back or what the situation there is, but I'm surprised but not surprised, because I know everywhere we go, my wife has to get a sticker to put on either her water bottle or her computer or whatever it might be. Maybe
I just got one in California.
There you go.
I can show you too. I got one.
I'm going to add it to the back of my laptop. Yeah.
Yeah. I did the same
I ordered
thing.
one from that lady that we had on the Drive It Like You Stole It.
Yeah.
That was the other thing I was going to mention, was we just had her on, and that was she's so,
I haven't received it yet, but I can't wait to. I'm excited.
That's cool.
It's like a smaller item, right? Like it's not like collecting coffee mugs or something that like takes up so much space and it's hard to get back.
Inexpensive, easily mailable. It's great for sure. And it's still, still walking advertising, because people are putting it on their laptop and, posting up at Starbucks or Panera and working for the day. I mean, or, you're putting it on your water cup and you're walking around doing whatever. So it's still walking advertisement.
I mean, think about it. When you're a content creator or even in the promotional products industry, right? You buy a promotional product and it says, okay, that's one impression. You're looking at it, that's one impression every day, 365 days a week, 365 impressions right? But now I have this mug, and I'm using this mug on this podcast. So all 12 people watching, there's 12 more impressions, right? It's reposted, it's reshared. There's another 35 people watching this, 35 more impressions. So when you can take one of the products and put it on social media, you're increasing the number of impressions that you're going to get. So I think that's an actual takeaway, that when you are, working with a content creator, and you're maybe co-sponsoring it or sponsoring it, the amount of impressions that you're going to get is going to dramatically increase once it's on social media, once it gets into the hands of a content creator. So I just wanted to put that out there.
And Meg, based on your math, that's 153,300 impressions per show.
That's right. Right. See this beautiful, beautiful pelican Stanley dupe?
I love it. That is cool.
All right, so definitely running low on time here. We're up against it. We got right into the meat, but there's just so much to cover. Meg, you did mention a quiz for TikTok. Do we want to do that, or do we want to just move on?
It was literally just the Charlie D'Amelio merch shop.
Give us two items.
Hoodie. And mind you, she has 154 million followers. So
a hoodie, I'm going to go $80.
Sarah.
75.
Steven.
$1. I think they're over.
$49.99. But let me say one thing. There were a couple of things that were on sale, but she had 37 products in her company store. Every single one of them was sold out. So, t-shirts.
Wow.
How's she selling a hoodie for $40-some?
Don't know. Some of them were 30.
I mean, it's got to be a really thin hoodie. Like, that can't be good.
Probably an 8.5 ounce. It probably is. All right, t-shirts. Basic
Uh,
t-shirt.
$29.
Yeah, that would have been so 25.
$19.99.
So we are at $24.99. Sarah,
Okay.
you just taking a penny off, you would have
Like
got it.
a penny over, yeah.
And then as a random piece that she has on there, a pair of platform chucks.
Ooh.
Oh,
Not just regular chucks, platform chucks.
I'm gonna say 120.
I'm gonna go. I have no idea what like the shoe companies sell these for, sock companies sell them for, so I have no clue here. But yeah, we'll go 140.
Oh,
Steven.
I was gonna go right in between that.
$1.
I think I need to go high. $140.01.
Sarah was $1 off. At
Oh,
$119.
$119.
Sarah is the winner. Bing, bing, bing.
I tried my
that was
prices
great.
right strategies here.
All right. Well, that was fun. That was fun. All right. So we've gone over everything. We've covered everything. We've definitely beat out the buzzer. Is there anything else to close on, or have we covered what we want
I
to
think
cover?
we're covered. I'll add some actionable strategies in the chat when the video posts, just so that people can have some takeaways. But that's about it.
All right. Cool. Anything else, Sarah, Steven?
No.
Oh, it's great.
All right. Sweet. Well, if you guys are good with it, I'm good with it. I had fun talking about content creator merch. And listen, stay tuned until the next episode. We've got some good stuff coming up down the track. So until next time, guys, we'll be seeing you.